What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and we have got the update announcement for the October's update, and we also have weapon refines for 5 units, no 7 units unfortunately. So we have got Ilyana, who is going to be getting a refine, and she's got a resplendent version before that. So she's not getting Rex Bolt, she's getting Craver's Tome, so I'm thinking that maybe she's going to be getting some stats, then guaranteed follow-up attack, and I hope that she can get flat damage reduction based on her resistance, kind of like a better Dragon Wall, because her young version did come with that, so that would definitely help her in tanking, and maybe you could give her some kind of true damage, and if they are really feeling nice, then maybe she's able to get some buff stealing so that she can eat up the visible buffs of the enemies or the visible status effects. So that is going to be Ilyana, and then we have got Flayn. So she has fallen off really hard because her damage reduction is completely pierceable, so maybe they could take inspiration from Setith and give her the unpierceable damage reduction, and maybe she could also give out the flat damage reduction against the enemy specials. So even if you don't have the scale effect, you're going to be able to get that flat damage reduction. So I hope that they could do that. She could even have Breath of Life built in her weapon, so that way she could also heal up the allies passively through their own combat, and that would definitely free up her slot C for the other skills. So I hope that Flayn can get a good weapon refine, because if she doesn't, then Setith is always going to be outclassing her as a pure support option for the damage reduction, which is not pierceable. And then we have got Veld's weapon refine as the Grand Tour battle unit of this month. So he has got Petrify, which can inflict the gravity effect and some debuffs on the enemies depending on the turns and their lowest stats. So this used to be really fun when Summoner Duels came out. So he did have a niche, but over the time, gravity effect just became inconsequential because we just got so much warping with guidance for soaring guidance, soaring echo, that it doesn't really matter, and most of the time he's going to be affecting one enemy, and it's kind of, I mean, it's not random, but still it's not like it's going to be spreading to multiple foes at the same time, like with a lot of the debuffing effects that we've got. So one way to make him unique is probably to give him the ending action, so he could just turn someone into stone, and that would be funny for a free-to-play unit, because if he doesn't do that, then he would need multiple status effects that he needs to inflict on that enemy, maybe the stall effect, the panic effect, and a bunch of things. And I hope that it could spread to the other units, because like I said, just inflicting those debuffs and effects on a singular unit doesn't really do too much, and you really need to be lucky that you're going to be affecting the unit that is going to be attacking you and coming your way first. And then we've got Melady, a 5-star locked unit who was kind of dead on arrival because she didn't have a preferred weapon. She does have the stat spread to make use of Wyvern Rift, so that is going to be good. Maybe she's able to get some visible defense and speed out of her weapon, and she could maybe be a better Gaul and have the Crux built into her weapon. So that could always happen with Flayn and Setith, and then Gaul and Melody, as they could take inspiration and be their premium unit and have better effects. So that is also a way of going about things, but if they give her the flat damage reduction based on her defense, then she could definitely stack that up with Wyvern Rift. And I hope that she gets some kind of supportive niche, because we've seen a lot of flyers get some kind of supportive effect in their refine, and that just helps them so much. Like Ashnard, Gaul, Setith, it's just amazing. And the final refine of this batch and the seasonal unit is going to be Harmonic Veronica. So she has a really basic weapon, giving her the guaranteed follow-up attack and minus on special cooldown. So maybe they could take inspiration from Legendary Veronica and give her the conditional fire sweep effect. That would be pretty nice, and maybe the full damage reduction piercing on the special triggers. And if they want to take the inspiration from Xander, then I'm not sure what they can do. Maybe they give her some kind of healing like Chivalry of Legendary Xander, or even give her the special charges status like Legendary Xander, so that could happen. But she's going to be needing a lot of things as a Cavalier, and especially as an Axe Cavalier, because we have got Brave Alphonse and the Chooser Legends 8, and a lot of people already have him, so trying to make her a bit more unique is going to be tough. She is going to be able to run momentum if she's able to get some kind of specials going with her weapon, so that way she could get a lot of true damage. And I hope that they don't waste the effects in going with Kanto in her weapon, because you could always run Emblem Sigurd and now just get it. So those are all of the refines that we're going to be getting for October, which is a bit sad. They should definitely try and ramp up the amount of refines because we're going to be here for a really long time at this pace. And for November, these are the refines which you could expect. So Dihorba is going to be the greater refine of that month, and because we already got Pirate Veronica, Pirate Tibarn is going to be next for the seasonal refine. And in November, we're going to be having a mythic remix and refine for Thor and also Otter. So that is something that you could look forward to. And Melody did jump a bit. I was expecting Jill to get a weapon refine, but maybe she could get that the next month. And then we have got the limited ephemera manuals, and this time it is definitely a lot better. We're going to be getting Halloween female Korin with attack speed finish 4, because this is still going to be the best Lottie skill for so many units, and just getting this in the limited ephemera manuals is amazing. Then we have got Dragon's Wrath 4, which definitely pales in comparison to High Dragon Wall and also Counter Ore, so not the biggest deal. And then you've got Joint Drive Attack, which I guess you could try and get at the same time. So I'm really happy that they've got an actual good skill and finish 4, and this is going to be helping a lot of people with their builds. Then we have got Malice giving you Spurn 3, so if you're trying to get the tier 4 version of the skill, then this could be the prerequisite and the bridge fodder. And she just has attack speed push, which is definitely a lot inferior than attack speed finish of Korin. And then with the 4-star units, we have got Young Frederick. He just has attack defense clash 3 at 5-star, so that could be helpful for the bridge fodder. And Hestia also has attack resistance ideal, but if you're trying to fodder off some unit for the ploy skill, then she does have resistance ploy 3 at 4-star. And then we have got Ross, who doesn't really give you much. He does have smite, but that's pretty much it. And then Donald, who can give you drag back, which is a decent budget skill for many of the 4 movement cavaliers now with Emblem Sigurd, so at least you're going to be able to retreat more with this. So this can be helpful. And then finally we've got Riz, who doesn't really give you anything. Live to Serve 2 is just not good. I wish they would just replace these super old 4-star units with actual demotes like Lara, for example, or Will, so that people could try and get the copies of them and, you know, progress with their merch projects, because getting them through summoning is such a pain. I mean, they already give them out in these limited ephemera manuals, but I see no reason why they shouldn't do it again and just, you know, keep giving them. So that would help a lot compared to Riz and Donald manuals being available in 2024. Then we have got some other changes for Arena. So basically in the September update announcement, they tried to have this kind of change where only the pool of 10 newest legendary heroes are going to be there as the bonus legendary units. And a lot of people did send feedback, both from the English player base and also Japanese player base. So they were forced to change it, and now they're going to be having another spot for the older legendary units, and they're basically trying to tell that. So we're going to be having 2 legendary units here in the bonus rotation, and keep in mind that even though this is the old legendary unit, they're still going to be having the effect of a legendary unit in your arena season, where it can give you the highest scores without the fishing, and you also get the insurance effect, as they like to call it. So that pretty much means that you can take 1 death per match and you should still be getting most of your points. So that is pretty good news, and it is going to be starting from the season on 8th of October. And then they're going to be adding Pawns of Loki Lite. So this is going to be a mini type of game mode compared to Pawns of Loki, where it is going to be giving you dragon flowers, but not the orbs even through the quests. So this could be something that people can try and play up for the dragon flowers, but it's going to be still annoying because you're going to be facing stuff like Emblem Ike all the time in Pawns of Loki, and that can be a big hindrance and a big turnoff for many people who just want to play Pawns of Loki with their favorites or using their friend unit. So a lot of times you will need whale friends so that you could have insane units at plus and merge and the higher HP. So I hope that they could try and fix that up, because that's the main reason why many people don't want to play Pawns of Loki, because it gets really annoying. But more dragon flowers are nice. And then they're going to be having new memento events as per usual. And in Aether Raids, Panic Manor is going to be upgradable to level 13. In Concert Hall, we get the Sentinels theme from Engage, which is pretty much Fogato's theme. And then Hungry March from Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which everyone knows. And then Summoner Duels is also getting updated, and the max favor level is going to be 4,800. And then we're going to be having Festival Takumi and Panette in the Grail pool, and a lot of people are going to be building up Panette And they're also going to be fixing the issue with the Aether cap bonus. So this is definitely one of the more embarrassing mistakes that they made, because it wasn't really all that hard to implement. So they just said that now your Aether cap could be 400, which means that you could not play for the first 2 days of an Aether Raid season, and you could, just store up the Aether and still get the games. But for many people, it never really happened. They didn't get the extra Aether despite having the 400 Aether cap. So that was the glitch that happened, and they did compensate a bit to the players, and they also gave out the orbs, I believe. So good compensation, but this was such an easy thing to implement, which they were not able to do, and a lot of people got bamboozled because they said that they would have the Aether cap increased, and then people just didn't get the Aether. So those are all of the things in the upcoming update. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I want to thank all of my 2 members for their constant support. You can click the link on the screen right now to check out my breakdown of the Emblem Sigurd banner, and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as the amount of orbs that you could get out of Pawns of Loki Lite. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.